Just purchased a copy. I hate to give him money. Sean Hannity's new so-called book, Live Free or Die. I might call it Live Free or Lie. Some of you may wonder why I'm so tough on Hannity. It goes back a long time. You can buy my book, Whores, Why and How I Came to Fight the Establishment. Hannity is not an honest person. He lied to me during the Clinton years, would call me up, give me unsolicited advice. He's not a lawyer. He didn't even graduate, I don't think, from high school, but that doesn't make you smart, education. But an extremely arrogant person who, frankly, doesn't have really many views about anything other than what he needs to say to get ahead, to get viewers, to boost advertising, and to promote himself. And this new book is an example of that. It is completely vacuous. That means there's nothing really in it. If you get it, and he's promoting it heavily on Fox News, I think, unethically allows its hosts to promote their own books. The president is offering it as a premium for contributions to his campaign. I mean, it's out there all over the place. So I figured I'd buy a book. I want to see what's in it. Because you see, whatever I say about Hannity, the fact is a lot of people watch Hannity, about 4 million people a night. And the problem is that he offers false hope to people, brings on guests every single night, basically the same ones, who never do anything, not my clients, not the doers like Sheriff Joe Arpaio or the Bundys or Chief Justice Roy Moore or Laura Loomer or others, but people who basically just pontificate, some of which have a very low neckline, cleavage, which induces people to watch, but that's about it. So I wanted to see what's in the book. So I got the book yesterday and I went through it. It's basically just a regurgitation of the same thing he says every single night on Hannity. The same monologue, the same themes. The Democrats want to throw Granny over the cliff, etc. Okay, how many times can you hear that? But I also wanted to see whether he has any solutions to the dire states that this country is in today. And for that reason, I read it. There's nothing in it. You know what it is? After he goes through his same diatribe, his answer is vote for Donald Trump. That's going to solve everything. Well, you know what? Larry Klayman personally is going to vote for Donald Trump. And I don't endorse him as the head of Freedom Watch or a nonprofit, but that's my personal view. But that's not the answer to this country. It's citizen action. It's people rising up and doing it for themselves. It's people who realize, like our colonialists and our great founding fathers, that we can't depend on the crown, the British crown, to solve our problems. We have to solve it ourselves. As I've said many times, we have no government. We have no one who is responsible to we, the people. The president's not in control either. The deep state's in control. The court jesters on Capitol Hill are controlled, stuffing money into their pockets, acquiring more power. The corrupt federal judges who are unelected, as Jefferson said, and have become despots who do whatever they want, frankly, based on politics and paying back the people that got them their jobs, namely the president who appointed them or the senators who promoted them. This is why Hannity's book is so dangerous. It is a dangerous book because it tells the American people they can continue to sit on the couch, just turn him in every night, tune him in every night, and do nothing. And that's why you need to go to Freedom Watch USA, and you need to man up and woman up and join our Justice League. Join our new American militia, which is peaceful and legal, but to defend yourself. And join our other things like our leftist media strike force or our judicial selection strike force and our cases against the Chinese. Who's doing that but Freedom Watch for the damage that was caused? See if you qualify for that. Our criminal case in The Hague, our cases against social media, you name it. We just don't get documents. We are your Justice Department. So I want you to do that. But I also want you to go out and I want you to buy a pre-ordered copy of my book, which is It Takes a Revolution, Forget the Scandal Industry, meaning forget Hannity, forget people like that. Turn it off. Get to work. The American people cannot sit back and do nothing. So it takes a revolution. Forget the scandal industry. You can get it at barnesandnoble.com. You can get it at booksamillion.com or at amazon.com. It's coming out in October. And it's not geared to the election. It's geared to the American people rising up, because even if the president is reelected, and maybe it's 50-50 at this point, he's only going to be there for another 4 years. What do you do after that? When you're facing pandemics, when you're facing rioting in the streets by radical leftists who want to destroy this country, who turn it into a communist socialist gulag. And if you want to see where we're headed, listen to Michelle Obama's speech, rerun it from last night, or listen to Bernie Sanders, just this hateful, self-hating Jew, and I'm a Jewish Christian, who hates his own people and supports the Palestinians over everybody else, but more importantly, wants to throw the American people under the bus and socialize the entire country, if not communize it. So go to freedomwatchusa.org, join our Justice League, support our cases, support our citizens' grand juries who will bring the Comeys, who will bring the McCabe's, who will bring the Brennans and Clappers before the bar of justice and indict them, convict them, try them, sentence them, mete it out peacefully and legally. We need to rise up. Thomas Jefferson predicted we'd be in this situation yet again. He said we'd have to shed the blood of patriots. I don't want to do that. I want it peaceful and legal. But these leftists are now in our neighborhoods, and they want to take control of your house, your property. And if you don't give it to them, they may even try to kill you and may even kill you themselves. We see what's happened. We have no police department. Freedom Watch is protecting the police, our case in Philadelphia. And I've started a new group with Sheriff Joe Arpaio called America's Sheriff, which will work in conjunction with Freedom Watch. So this is what we need to do, not just vote for President Trump. That'll solve it. Not hardly at all, because there's nothing that he can even get through Congress. He can't get it through. And this is the problem. This is the problem the country faces today. There is no answer from our government. It has to come from we the people, as it did in 1776. So share this podcast far and wide. You can find it at freedomwatchusa.org, at radioamerica.com, at Spotify, at iTunes, at the new equivalent of Twitter, Parler, Parler, at Twitter, at Facebook. Share it far and wide. Get the clarion call out. You don't need to buy Sean Hannity's book, Live Free or Die, to vote for President Trump. That's the answer to it. You don't need to listen to the same stuff over and over again. You need to take action yourself. And God bless you. God save your family, and God stay safe. God is there with us, but we have to do it for ourselves. The answer is not at the voting booth anymore. We're far beyond that. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, thank you for listening to me.